2020, August 30th, 8:15 a.m. The following information is a collection of various and assorted architectural and documentation evidence regarding the connectivity evidence of the City of Pillars design format, period. Now, from chapter 13, Mark, as in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, of the Synoptic Gospels, period, there's a considerable amount in volume of information and associated facts and evidence, period, that puts the following information into a broader context, period. That broader context points to the ideas and facts regarding the City of Pillars is a design. It is water, some type of water, a lagoon, sometimes a lake, sometimes a stream or a river, usually the mouth of the river or some specific bend of a river, the headwaters of a river as in stream, or other bodies of water that can a dock, for lack of a better description, can be built, period. That dock, for lack of a better description, that can be built the dock is representation of a larger concept, period. That larger concept, of course, would be the Garden of Eden, the platform over there was a fountain, and you have of the fountain, you have four rivers coming from that fountain, because the fountain obviously put out enough water to feed four rivers. One river in each of the cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, period. Now, that creates squares. That creates quarters of land. You have a quarter of land between each of the four rivers, period. Now, in all hard reality, for many thousands of years, this symbol of blue water coming from a fountain, and then angling off, that symbol was considered the most holy and the most sacred symbol in most of the connected continent of Europe, Eurasia, Africa, India, and the like. That whole area that symbol was considered absolutely sacred, absolutely divine, period. In the 1920s and 30s, that symbol was taken and, like a cancer, was corrupted into close to the symbol of absolute evil, period. That symbol becoming a symbol of absolute evil, was based off of the facts and evidence that the Prussian Empire created a step-down unit. The Prussian Empire created a military, and that military created a paramilitary organization. One of those paramilitary organizations was called the Freikorps, period. And that Freikorps, period, that Freikorps organization had terror cells all over. There was a terror cell in Munich. There was terror cells in practically every not small city around the Great Lakes, up and down the Mississippi, some expansion into the Arkansas River, but that took a while. That wasn't until the early to middle 1800s and forward. It wasn't really present. There wasn't a lot of terror cells present along the Arkansas River from the headwaters down. Well, more likely from the headwaters up. Period. Now, why this is important for Manitou, and of course the associations with Manitou, the old Carter City, the Carter Springs, the city that was in existence on what is now known as the Garden of the Gods Road. There was a little community city village there before it was erased and new construction put on top of it. Period. Which is a fairly standard thing for that culture to deal with.